All right, spectators and guests, let's give these finalists a round of applause to the winner of double-elimination Athletes, your arrows are coming up. As soon as they're there, you may begin to look for score. Good luck and great bowling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, match play is underway. The U20 round number 1, boys and girls. Neil Williams Jr., Wesley Lowe here with you. Our first matches on the boys' side, Justin O'Shaughnessy, the number 2 seed, taking on the number 15 seed, Gage Stelling. And on the girls' side, the number 2 seed, Cameron Peters, shot .803 on Monday. She is taking on the 15th seed, Julia Hurren, or a Junior Team USA member. Match play underway. Of course, that brings about a different atmosphere, perhaps some strategy. But is there much strategy in this type of situation, Wes, when you're not spending a lot of time, obviously, on a couple lanes and 2 games total pins as well?
You know, I don't think so. At least if you're trying to break a lane down or if you're trying to do something, the bowlers only got 5 minutes of practice, you know. I think the goal was to get loose as quick as possible and try to find the best line that they can use for the rest of the tournament. With the 2 games, I think it's just being patient and making your spares. I think that's all you can do right now, especially because both you and your opponent don't know what's out there quite yet. I think as the tournament goes, or as this bracket goes on, they're going to become smarter. They're going to understand what worked and what didn't on the fresh, where the best area is. But we'll have to see how it plays out.
We get best, or 2 games total pinfall, excuse me. Obviously, Wes, you've spent some time in this format, understanding that really match isn't over, especially even if you get off to a solid start. No matter, you don't know what could happen, obviously, when you get to the second game.
Yep.
What type of advice would you give our players here today?
I would, if it was me, just telling one of these players what you need to expect. Just take your deep breaths while you're up there on the lanes and don't be too antsy or rush any shots, because every shot counts, just like it did earlier. But you know, if your opponent shoots 490 or higher at you on this pattern, that's where you're gonna say, all right, well, I bowled my best and this guy just had the look. But I mean, from years past, you know, 420, 430 are good numbers. Sometimes even 390 is okay, you know, it gets you by a couple of matches. So I mean, just patience. That's all it really is, shot by shot. This opening round, it's always been the trickiest round, because when you get such a limited time of practice, you don't get to watch your other opponent or the other bowlers in the field. It's just a blind guess, especially because you don't see the graph. You have no clue what this pattern is. It's a mystery pattern for 5 minutes. If it breaks down well and it goes well for you, then congratulations, you just got by your first match. But if you're out this first round and you take another blind guess, either because you didn't bowl well or because your opponent beat you.
It is a double elimination bracket. As we begin things here against O'Shaughnessy, we watched him at the end of the final advancers round. Great embrace with his family. Open frame in the second. First time we get to see, at least for me, the U20 girls this week. I heard and read all about Cameron Peters. I remember actually watching her compete a little bit last year, of course, on the U15 USA Bowling TV show and the qualifying and match play leading up to that. Like getting an idea of perhaps, you know, if you haven't seen her game, of course, and, you know, some of what makes her such a great player and what she's doing now.
I'm very impressed by her game. I saw the video when she shot 803. I was at DeSoto all week, so I got to see her one block for a little bit. But like now, just watching it front row seat and just watching how she throws in, what she can do, I'm super impressed. And for 16 years old, she's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, not only in collegiate bowling, but I believe in PWBA if she continues there.
Mom Jessica has competed in a few events, at least each of the past couple of seasons. She is here and rooting on camera.
Got a two-handed lefty on with Gage. Must be a thing, man.
There have been a lot of two-handed lefties that we watched earlier today. There's actually a pretty good number of lefties in general in the boys squad, or the boys field, I should say.
I think there's 3 within a 4-pair. What we can see within the 4 pairs, I know I see 3.
A shot there from Julia Curran. U15 match play ongoing currently. Aaron Smith, Ronnie Russell. U12s should have wrapped up by now.
So what do you think the pattern is? We had to take a guess.
Looks a little different than earlier.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Let me watch a few more shots. Still looks... It looks a little longer than earlier.
Yeah, I see that too. It looks a little long.
Doesn't mean it's long.
No, it just looks like it's playing a little longer. Yeah. I'm not going to give you a preconceived idea, but my thought is probably around the 41-foot range, relatively flat. I actually didn't think, just watching in practice, that urethane looked like it was going to be in play too much, but Gage's, if I would have said it earlier, Gage would have proved me wrong, and he basically did, because he's got the front 3 and just left a 6-pin.
Well, we had a lot of talk about blue hammers today.
Yeah.
So it could just be the
just that specialty ball. Yeah.
Old trusty. Through 4 frames on 29 and 30. Other matches ongoing. Adele Warner, number 7 seed, taking on Justine Brookover, the 10th seed, over on 31 and 32. Other matches on the lady side. I'll tell you about that after the O'Shaughnessy shot.
Oh, looks in.
All right, makeable spare. And now we'll watch Peters.
I'm so impressed.
Very soft at the bottom.
Yeah. She doesn't look like she gets a lot at it, but man, the ball is curving. It's real simple, real nice to it. Not a lot of moving parts for 16 years old.
Indeed, and I think even a little bit of power, as you mentioned, and some good ball speed.
Yeah, yeah.
The open frame there for O'Shaughnessy. Heron. And she leaves a 4-7. The number 1 seed is Caitlin Eder. Or Eder, excuse me. Absolutely. She finished with an average 209.27. Grand total 54.41. Caitlin Eder, Cameron Peters, Olivia Farwell, Haiti Solberg, Taylor Russell, Addie Hersberg, Del Warner, Sarah Klassen, Justine Brookover, Taryn Gray, Tony McQuarrie, Stephania Cobo, Abby Ragsdale, Samantha Gaynor, Julia Heron, and Caitlin Johnson. Interesting note about the 16th seed, of course, Caitlin Johnson finishing
second last year? Is that your train of thought?
Yeah. I was trying to remember who won.
Yeah, Allie Leyendecker.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Caitlin, who was the runner-up in U20, tied for the 16th position with Riley Blood, and it went to a 1-game roll-off, which
wow.
Caitlin Johnson won 216 to 162 to earn the spot into match play.
That must have been nerve-wracking for both the girls, just to find out you were 16th and you got to bowl 1 game.
Ladies standings also available. bowl.com/juniorgold. Click on 2018 results. And the final advances round. Good shot there from Heron, our Arkansas State player. And here's Gage, 15th seed.
Pretty good shot right there.
I tell you, 26 games essentially to determine seeding. But in this format, we know that the seeds don't really have the same meaning in a sense. It means that you certainly bowled well and you earned your spot to get here. Doesn't mean you can't be beat.
Yeah, anyone's invincible. It's the beauty of our sport. Everybody here bowled well in 6 different patterns, you know, and just because in 6 different patterns you bowled well, you know, this is a brand new pattern. You're gonna have to adjust quickly, rapidly, and have a pretty good understanding that whatever your versatility set that worked the first 6 patterns, it's got to work here too.
As you join us, folks, be sure to hit that thumbs up for us. And also check in on some of the other live streaming that is ongoing on Bowl TV. O'Shaughnessy with a few errors here early. It's given Gage Stelling some real opportunity here to kind of get out in front and build a potentially very comfortable lead. Here is O'Shaughnessy, 6 frame, 28. That's inside as well.
Any guesses yet? I know he's throwing urethane, but ooh. Great shot right there.
Guesses on the
Length. Any idea?
I'm in your ballpark. I'm in 40. I think it's minimum 40.
Yeah. And I think that's why, like, Justin is a little bit like more at the head pin rather than giving it a little shape, because he knows the urethane ball might not get back around the corner the same way as it reacted, or as it would have this morning. I know the girls look like they're kind of trying to keep it within the 3-pin area and not trying to give it too much room either.
Boys division. Michael Martell, the #1 seed, followed by Justin O'Shaughnessy. Ryan Burton was third. We watched Ryan shoot 247 to end the final advantages round. Good shot there from Julia. He gets into third. Chad Steven held on for fourth. And those four, of course, finishing top four. And we talked about earlier just the anticipation and the feeling of being able to bowl for something, and for those players, there was a spot, obviously several spots, of course, on Junior USA on the line. And you mentioned the moment for O'Shaughnessy and his dad, the embrace, the tears, a lot of hard work, and then kind of how do you regroup though to get back into quote unquote competition mode to, you know, now focus on winning the event?
Oh, I think I mean, there's only an hour left, or an hour turnaround from the moment they finished. So I think you just got to go out. You got to get some food, clear your mind. You know, text your friends, whoever you're texting, talk to them, and just regroup and have an open mind coming into this, because this is the tournament. This is the brand new tournament that they're competing in. Everything that happened before, I mean, it's great, it's dandy, but there's more to be had within the next couple of hours and the next day. And if you're too focused on what you did earlier and you relive that too much, at least in the bowling aspect of it, and you focus on what you did then, it could get to you. Especially right now, this pattern looks fairly hard just from the early get-go. So now it's back to having an open mind about what you're going to be playing on.
Really interesting day. We've seen 3 patterns, basically. I think we can agree, and I'd be shocked if we were just completely wrong. But,
might be.
But we could be, certainly. But 3 patterns. One that produced some pretty solid scores in the morning. Then the advancers round, or the final advancers round this afternoon, scores started to taper down a little bit. And then how? But we mentioned it earlier, kind of the level of difficulty you should expect it to increase as you move forward in the tournament.
Just looking around, there's not really too many 200 games again. I mean, over on 31 and 32, Justine just shot 222, but that's going to be the high game within a couple pair of distance. Well, actually, Gage, I forgot that he's crushed him for a little bit so far. Proving me wrong throwing that urethane ball.
Couple of, we'll talk about the lefties. Of course, Gage Stelling, Cameron Crow did make the field. And as the 14th seed. Stelling looking pretty solid here. It's Julia. And then that one takes off just a touch. Able to just leave the 3-pin. It's a very close game 1 between Julia and Cameron. 2 pins the difference at the moment. David Hooper, Bryce Oliver over on 25 and 26. Cortez Shank, Jake Mullen. Cameron Crow, Ryan Burton. And 2 lefties, 2 two-handed lefties bowling each other right off the bat.
They're just trying to get them out early. There's 2 within our, on 25 and 26. Bryce Oliver's also two-handed lefty too, I believe. It's amazing how many two-handed bowlers are now becoming a little more successful over time. I know I look back at my first one, I don't think anybody but me was two-handed in the top 16. And then over time, like slowly there were more. And I think last year there was a handful, but like This year it seems like half of the field in the top 16 is that two-handed bowler on the male side. Female side, yet to see any two-handed females. Actually, I did see two. I saw a couple this week. I'd take that back.
As I said, there were a couple. They were featured some on in the U12 one was as well.
Really?
Yeah, it was a U12 highlight video. Should check that out. You have to go back on the USBC Facebook page. 4-7 for Julia Heron. Possibility of a tie after one game. Hold on. Knew it when she let it go. Open frame in the 10th. And Peters will have an opportunity to take a small lead into game number 2.
I mean, early on with this one game, if it was me or for her, like, just let it go. Ooh, a little out. Just to let it go. You know, she's close. She's within striking distance still, and anything can happen with one game to go.
In the booth with Wesley Lowe. Courtesy of the brands of Ammonite. We mentioned we watched Bryce Oliver, also on the men's side, come down the stretch in a very good position, needing some shots, and of course he made the field as well. Just about everyone we saw kind of make a run or, you know, expressive with each shot down the stretch did end up making the final 16. Wow.
Oh,
and
there you
so
go.
they trade open frames. They each chop a spare. Of course, Julia the 4-7, Peters the 6-10, and it's a 2-pin match.
We watched Jacob when he was bowling his last game, man. He was getting real into it, and he's in the top 16 right now, bowling Cortez on 21-2. It's probably the same pair that we were watching in that last game.
This could be one to keep an eye on, obviously, with the 2-pin difference there. Meanwhile, Stelling, if he can get into the 240s, looks like he's got a pretty solid look. All right, so 4 two-handed lefties. Gage Stelling, Bryce Oliver, Ryan Burton, Cameron Crow, or maybe 5.
We have Michael Martell as just a normal lefty.
And Hayden, I'm sorry. I want to make sure I get his name proper. It is Hayden.
Oh, bow
Hayden
9.
Stipich. What a shot.
Phenomenal. It must be that blue hammer. He's got the high game within a couple of pairs.
And that hit right there, I mean, that's a 20-pin hit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a big swing, too. You said 20-pin hit. If he lets the frustration of just that one shot get to him, he's got a decent-sized lead right now. But if he lets it get to him, that can turn around relatively quick.
David Cooper got out to a slow start there. Shot 148. Keep an eye on that match since it's close to us.
His opponent, Bryce Oliver, shot 175 or 8. It's 175. And that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, it's a blind guess. It's a blind guess coming in. You get 5 minutes of practice. And unless you're like Gage right now, who has a pretty decent look, you're still fishing, and it's damage control against you and your opponent.
You hate to base anything off what we're seeing from Gage. Obviously, he's his own bowler, but this looks really good.
Yes.
And you wonder what the other lefties look like. Anthony Nyer.
Oh, yeah? I forgot about him.
Is left-handed as well. So 2 traditional lefties, 4 two-handed lefties in this group of 16 on the men's side. And after the first good shot there from Peters, they trade strikes. Julia and Cameron now at 3-10. Some good notes about Cameron Her sister, Paige. Earlier in some of our junior gold notebooks. Let's see what we got in the chat.
Beautiful spare. Beautiful 310 spare.
We'll take that 310. I think I spoke earlier about, we were talking about the Open Championship slightly, and I bowled. That was one of the highlights. I made that twice. That was one of the high moments that I did take away from my experience.
It's a tough spare, man.
It is.
Tough.
What's one of those spares? What's the one spare or spares that is kind of your nemesis?
As of right now, it's 310. They're just giving back each other. I don't want it. I think the 2-4-7-8. That's become one of the hardest spares for me recently because I try to throw it straight, but it's still got a little bit of a chance of chopping. And when the patterns are so flat and it's so hard to make a 4 and 2 to try to get it, to at least try to get the left side of the 2-pin, just miss it. I've been working on it, but I think that's one of the toughest.
Linda, by the way, Bryce Oliver did shoot 175 to David's 148.
She got 310 as well.
Great spare shooting from both ladies here. Justine Brookholder. .29-pin lead over Dale Warner to start as they begin, fourth frame in game number 2. And Warner working on that washout, as you see. That's got a hook.
It's a good shot by Gage. Between 29 and 32, you have 3 NCAA bowlers. They're all coming through the collegiate ranks. That's pretty cool. It's amazing how good these girls are and how their coaches have helped them to, become who they are now. And then you have 16-year-old Cameron Peters.
Which school does Justine?
Lincoln Memorial.
Okay. Thank you. And know that, of course, Adele and Vanderbilt. Mentioned Arkansas State, Julia. Let's see, who else is in the field? From a collegiate bowling perspective, Abby Ragsdale goes to St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois.
Caitlin Johnson, Weber.
Weber.
I believe Estefania Cobo is Wichita.
Indeed.
Caitlin Eder is, I think, Louisiana Tech. A lot of collegiate girls, but there's still a lot of young girls out there that's still kicking butt.
And I could be wrong, there are some players obviously that they may be in school and I just don't know, but there might be a lot of younger players on the men's side who are approaching that spectacle in regards to college bowling. Good start there from O'Shaughnessy.
Just by a quick look, it's probably about 50-50, I think, on collegiate bowling or about high school age. I mean, we got Anthony he just turned 16, so I don't think he's even looking at college yet. But I mean, some of these guys I'm a little unfamiliar with. I'm just watching their bowling game this week.
Well, that's part of what we look forward to as well. Thanks, Maritza. Haley Solberg attends Monmouth University. We appreciate that, Aaron. Thank you. All right, I'd like to see O'Shaughnessy here. If he can get an early double, some confidence. His last shot on the fill on that right lane was solid, as was the first one.
Oh, and put it in the gutter.
And that one just got away from him.
Oh, she turned around to even if she struck. Nice smile on her face. I mean, he's still not out of it. He can try to spare it here, and he's got 8 frames to play with, and it's a little bit of chasing, but can make something happen. Anything can happen with Gage.
Good shot there from Heron. Meanwhile, Bryce Oliver has he's got some momentum on his side. Feeling good.
There we go.
Well, what a spare.
Huge. Keeps
Loses
him in.
no count there. On the strike. Honestly, that's just mad respect right there.
It's tough coming off of gutter, especially when they're this hard to be able to put a shot on line and get your spare. Another really good shot by Gage. 10 back. Beautiful
shot. Linda, I would ask which alley are you referring to?
Another great shot by Gage. Filling his frames or putting it in the pocket. You know, an interesting thing that I've been thinking about for like the last 3 years while bowling this event is when you bowl in the burn, you're relying on whoever else is on that pair before you, breaking them down. So you can get a pair where they've all been lefties. You get a one lefty, one righty pair, or you got two righties, and you know, you're hoping whatever they did, even though they don't have a lot of time to break them down, whatever they did throughout that match is going to either play in your favor or at least give you a chance.
Well, it's too bad you didn't bowl this year.
I don't know if I want all those lefties breaking down my side.
I was going to say, that's either feast or famine sometimes,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Great shot.
Well, I mean, it's early, obviously, in Cameron's young career here, but you just look ahead to if she chooses to go the collegiate route, she's going to make a coach very happy.
Very, very happy. A lot of good girls out there, though. A lot of young, talented high school bowlers right now. Ooh.
Hold on. Well, in this one, in a two-pin match, that's really been the difference. That was the difference, obviously, in the 10th frame. They each opened. And now, each with an open here in this game.
One.
Leah steps off, taking a look at the thumb hole. Maybe get a piece of tape in the back part of the thumb hole. That's an important lesson.
Justin just made a ball change. Looked like he went from the urethane to reactive.
I think is it a situation, or was it a situation for him where you kind of got to take a risk at this point? And obviously in risk of losing the match to someone who, for the most part, is pretty lined up. So you got to do something or try something at this point to give yourself the best chance.
You know what? If he doesn't win this match, but he takes this knowledge from what he just did and he brings it to this next match, tries to get out with a win, and you know, comes back the next day with a new mindset and fresh thinking. Ooh, nice shot right there by Julia.
Just get the tape out. Right now, it just might be just the matter of carry for Gage. Hey, Bowler 63, appreciate you tuning in. The UK. The other matches that those in the chat are requesting updates for, they are well away from us. I can only see Addie Herzberg. I can't even see their scores at the moment.
Another really good shot by Julia right there. Maybe it was just the tape. The tape was holding her back.
What I liked about that, she recognized it, didn't feel good, didn't feel comfortable. Had to do what she had to do, take the tape out.
Do you ever fidget like that? Or were you a no-feel guy? You didn't really care?
No, I'm a feel, yeah, I feel everything. Sometimes to a fault. But I've definitely taken some tape out many times in my lifetime. I was also very, well, I don't even want to tell people because just in case, then they might try to sabotage.
Yeah, anytime you're in that crucial moment,
But
they know they're bowling you.
But I didn't like anything near on my hand. Like I don't rosin anything. So and I tried to do my best to keep rosin away from my thumb hole.
I'll make sure to throw my rosin bag on your
Exactly.
thumb. Make sure to have a big white spot on your ball.
I would even go so far to the point that I would take the ball on the rack after it comes back and flip the ball down, thumb hole down. That way it could have the least possible chance of something getting inside it. I know that sounds crazy and weird, but
I mean, everyone's
all
got their
bowlers
little
have
things.
quirks.
Yeah. They got the little things that bug them. Whether it's like the I don't wipe my ball before a shot, or the I gotta leave the oil, I gotta wipe, I gotta rosin this many times, touch my shoes, click my shoes, everything.
Wes, you're getting a lot of love, by the way, in the chat room for your expert analysis today.
Oh, thank you guys.
I would agree. I would agree as well.
It's my first time doing something like this. So
What?
Yeah, definitely.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe that, honestly, if you hadn't told me. Uh-oh. And now certainly trouble here on the home front for Cameron. He might have to take the long way to the TV as the number 2 seed.
This is another situation here. Is, you know, you lose this match, you got 15 minutes to recoup and get ready for your next match. It's tough. You know, it comes from experience, obviously, but you don't have much time to get ready. It's not like tomorrow you can come in and you got your fresh mindset.
Julia Herron has not only picked up the pace, but I think, I don't know, 2 or 3 in a row, at least 2, maybe 3 since the removal of the tape. My point there for her was the what I like to call the anyway shot. So how many times do bowlers going to get up, you get on the approach, step in, don't feel good, you say, oh man, that in your mind you know it's not going to be a good shot because you don't feel 100% comfortable, but you threw it anyway.
Yep. I'm guilty of it. I do it all the time. It's a pretty good shot right there.
Well, folks, again, the difference coming into game 2 was just 2 pins. Best Peters can do is shoot 193. Certainly not over yet, but
she's going to need some help from Julia right here.
spares have been the key, and that's money.
Now we're going to need a lot of help, or she's going to need a lot of help.
Bryce Oliver is looking like he is going to win his first match. That one not complete yet, but close. He's at 175 in the 8th. 8 count up. And on a makeable spare, here's Gage Stelling.
Oh, that hooked early. Oh. Someone was about to say two-handed carry right there. If that would have fallen. Nice little strike by Cameron. She's got a crowd.
She does.
Nice crowd.
She does. I think not only for family, friends, I'm sure, but I think when you kind of put up the score early like she did this week.
Yeah, and everyone sees it, and
Yeah.
everyone hears about you.
And
Yep.
then all of a sudden, people want to take a glimpse and see, hey, I want to watch Cameron Peters today.
There was a boy in the U15 division. Nice shot right there. He had the front 9, and people started moving, but by the time they started moving, he got stalled. So the rack was down. He got ice. They went to fix it. Well, the people who were moving all migrated behind him to watch him shoot the 300 because they wanted to see it. So if you looked at the right side of the center, there was no one there. And then the left side of the center, everyone migrated to be right behind the guy. And then he ended up missing. He shot 279, which is still a pretty good game out here. But everyone was clapping, and the whole bowling center just stopped for him. It's like they'd never seen a 300 before, and they loved it. 279, 300, they still would have treated them the same.
Well, of course, you heard in the background, keep fighting. And as you mentioned, being able to take what you learn here, has thrown some really good shots late, but ultimately the difference is going to be the open frames, just the mismakables in this one.
Yes, exactly. Both girls threw a phenomenal whole game. They didn't do anything too crazy, kept it in play. Unfortunately, makeable spares might be Cameron's ending this match. Anything can happen, but we don't wish that on anybody.
Very nice finish from Cameron Peters. But I'm with you. I think first time seeing her, not the first time. I mentioned USA Bowling, but I would say she's certainly improved since last year.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a little bit taller as well.
I think so, but she was already tall.
Oh, was she? Okay.
She was tall.
Julia's gonna win this match. It's like Bryce Oliver on 25 and 26 is gonna get past David Hooper. O'Shaughnessy looks like he's running out of frames here on 27 and 8.
Next match we'll have on 29 and 30 will be an elimination match. It'll be the round 2 match. Julia's going to get a different look at a piece of equipment.
She's got the right idea though. She knows the match is over. She's gonna try something different. Hopefully it works out for her in this next match. Or it's just a different read.
Again, if you're curious on what's going on with U15 play, be sure to check that out on bowl.com. Appreciate you tuning in right now. Nearing the 700 viewer mark. Oh, I could be wrong. I think U15's over.
Already?
I think so.
They pull quick.
Yeah, it is. Oh, wait. They might have ran into an issue there. Which means that I might need to make a call. Make sure all is well. Oh, okay. It's live. Okay.
Oh, they just finished up the first round.
I think
like
so.
Over here. All right. I was like, man, I know they're young and they can get going pretty quick, but there's no way they could be done already.
Unless you bowl in U12s. The U12s and USA Bowling, man, they're rapid. They get it done. They get up there and they strike too.
Yeah, I bet. They also don't know any better. They know.
They just get up there, do their thing. They're ready to go. All right, Cameron Peters falls to Julia Herod. 393 to 372. Peters will move on in the winner's bracket. Or excuse me, Heron will move on in the winner's bracket. Good shot there from O'Shaughnessy. She'll take on the winner of what we're looking at next door. Big shot there from Brookover, just off camera.
You know, you talked about it earlier, and you said that anything can happen in this matches, and that your seed doesn't even matter. And it just showed right here, 2 15 seeds beat the number 2 seeds.
Wide look here at Justine. She's going to be good to go. Back over to O'Shaughnessy.
Will 27 and 28 also be an elimination round match?
Well, young Wesley, that would be correct.
All right.
So Joe Grondin going to come down and check out what Justin O'Shaughnessy was doing. Not sure if he was watching where he was playing. Perhaps to get an idea of what's going on this particular pair.
You know, maybe he doesn't have any lefty or any righties near him to give him a read. So he's he's trying to find someone else to help him out a little bit.
According to our bracket, it doesn't look like if he were to lose this match, he would move on to this pair at the moment.
So he he might actually be looking for the read.
He might actually been doing that.
Looks like he's bowling a righty over there, so interesting.
367 O'Shaughnessy is in the books with. He's going to fall in the winner's bracket as well.
Just by looking over here, I don't think Cortez is going to get past this match. I think Jacob Mullen will be the winner of that match.
Gage Stelling. He's going to go 227 and another 220 plus.
Nice little 440. I mean, on these pairs, it's 388's a winner, 440 for him, but the other matches are 383 or 393 and 408. It's not taking much as of right now to win a match. Try to get by with 400 and you might have a pretty good chance.
See how far we can get. There is Cortez. A wide angle as they finish up. And it looks like it is going to be Jake Mullen.
Does that mean Cortez is going to be on this pair over here?
Let's see.
Is that the move?
That is it.
All right. Ryan Byrne looks like he's moving his stuff to 25 and 26, so he'll probably be over there.
So we'll have Shank and, what would you say, Ryan Burt?
Yep. He looked like he just put it down 25 and 26.
Also looks like other players moving on to 29 and 30 in the girls division. That would be Tori McQuarrie.
Jake Mullen looks like he shot around 210 his first game. It's throwing your thing, so he also is trying to prove me wrong, saying that I was wrong. Throwing a good old purple hammer.
Bryce Oliver did win Jacob Coles.
One more match still going on the girls division, and Jake Brooks finishing his last frame. Are they going to start right away, or is there going to be a little break in between?
There's a small break. It's scheduled to start at 8:30, which is 5 minutes from now.
Oh yeah.
So once the matches are complete, you get the scores on the brackets written down on the boards here locally. And then it really shouldn't be too long after that, considering the time. And then that would complete a full day's worth of live stream action here on Bowl TV from USA Bowl.
It's a long day. It's been a
Little bit.
long day. 7:30 in the morning.
It was we got here at about 5:45. I shouldn't say we. I got here like 6.
I roll in around 9 o'clock.
6:03. 6:05. Honestly, at the end of the day, it really is indeed worth it. The long days it's worth to see at the end results, of course, and that is to have some players onto TV, which is what we'll have here tomorrow. Some are already off to TV in U12, and I wonder who those are. Let's see if we've got any updates. Our men's bracket or the boys bracket. Looks like how about that? So it looks like Nihal Maridu and Joseph Dominguez will meet in the U12 boys final tomorrow. That will be 2 TV shows for Nihal. He's also a part of the Pacific Southwest U12 team.
Oh, wow.
And USA Bowling, who are the defending U12 champions.
So he's got some experience underneath his belt.
He does. So he's going to bowl twice tomorrow.
3 telecasts in 2 years. That's pretty good.
So congratulations to Nihal and his family, along with young Joseph Dominguez. He beat Rylan Brees, who finished second last year and was looking to get back to TV.
Close. That's close.
I think he might have led throughout qualifying, and I didn't see any advances round coverage today, but actually he was the number 1 seed, so that would mean that he did lead. All right, let's check out the girls. U12 girls. Let's see, another return, Karina Caprone.
That's the defending champ, isn't it?
Looking to defend that title, absolutely.
Right.
Top seed through the winner's bracket. She will take on Sapphire Nofuente. Now, would you believe me if I told you Sapphire Nofuente, a part of the same U12 USA Bowling Pacific Southwest team with Nihal?
I wouldn't believe it.
That is the case.
What? Wow.
That's what's happening tomorrow. So Sapphire
That is awesome.
is also going to bowl twice tomorrow on 2 shows.
Good for her. That's awesome.
Listen, we're going to be here tomorrow, and so you're going to miss her, but I'm telling you right now, I think this show airs Tuesday.
Okay.
It's either this Tuesday or the coming Tuesday. She throws it, and she's not 12, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's a little under that. You got to watch her bowl. I'm telling you.
She's
Folks,
the next prospect, huh?
watch Sapphire Nofuente bowl. It's to be that young, to be able to do what she can do to the bowling ball. It's very impressive.
Can't wait. I'm going to watch out and look for it on Tuesday. Or I'll ask someone to send me a video.
CBS Sports Network. All right, folks, we've got Well, looks like we're complete. Maybe. No. Maybe. I think the final girls match here in round number 1 is officially in the books. Maybe. I don't hear any announcements.
You know, that's a tough team in that U12 division then if both of them are on the show. If they're on the show for their own individual self and they're on the same team, that is tough.
That's impressive bowling. It really is.
It's just a boost of confidence. Which show comes first? Will they bowl their individuals first, or will they bowl?
They will.
Okay, so if they're looking at the team aspect, they're going to get some experience for their team, and hopefully that helps them.
There goes U12. Then USA bowling follows.
Okay.
Those are the first two. Don't have the scores from all the matches. Can't see them all.
Round 2 will begin at 8:40.
So we've got 10 minutes. Round 2 will begin in 10 minutes. And so that's when we will return. In 10 minutes, we'll take a short break. We'll come back and we'll have round 2 for you. We'll have 2 elimination matches on the girls' side. Let's see. It's going to be, it looks like Samantha Gaynor and Tori McQuarrie. And then on the boys' side, we'll have Cortez Shank and Ryan Burton. So stay tuned. Back in 10 minutes. You're watching the U20 boys and girls match play rounds here on Bowl TV.
everyone, it's time for the second round of the Junior World Championships double-elimination match play bracket finals. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to present to you some of the most talented young athletes in the sport who are vying for those coveted spots on 2019 USBC Junior Team USA. These athletes will be going in a double-elimination bracket. Each division match will consist of two games.
I gotta get up.
Total pinfall will determine the winner. The higher seed
Oh, I could just sit here. I'm not blocking the camera.
Start the match. In the event the match is tied after two games, a one-ball roll-off will occur until the tie is broken.
Can I leave this on? This isn't in your way.
Loses two matches, they will be eliminated from the event. Simply follow the lane numbers on your division's bracket board to determine where you will roll the next match. Pinfall from the qualifying games in the Masters round is not carried over into the double elimination.
What time you gotta be at in Arlington tomorrow?
Athletes, once again, you will enter the scores on your recap sheet. Once your match is over, turn your recap sheet to a tournament official. One-lane courtesy is in effect and will be monitored by tournament staff. You will update scores after each match and have scores to be verified by tournament officials. Once again, each and every one of you has shown us why you deserve to be here and why you are the best of the best. We look forward to naming the male and female members of Junior Team USA 2019. Bowlers, your lanes are now being turned on for 5 minutes of practice. Your names are coming up, your arrows are coming up with them, and you are ready to bowl. Good luck and great bowling.
All right, folks, welcome back. Round two. Two elimination matches, so we will eliminate players after this competition round. The others, of course, will return.
I just wanted to say that the parent had informed me that we forgot someone that was part of the collegiate ranks. Taylor Russell, bowls the University of Alabama Brigham. Did you say that right?
Alabama, Birmingham?
Birmingham.
UAB?
Yeah, I thought it was somewhere else then. But yeah, so we missed that. Sorry about that.
Wait, who was it?
Taylor Russell.
Taylor Russell.
Yep. So I don't want to say the guys now because I feel like I'm going to miss some and I bowl against them all the time. Ooh, nice messenger there for Cameron.
Let's see. Our other matches, we'll start with the ladies. 31 and 32. Olivia Farwell and Addison Herzberg. That is a winner's bracket match. Julia Heron and Justine Brookover over on 37 and 38. Estefania Cobo and Abby Ragsdale on 47 and 48. Caitlin Etter and Taryn Gray over on 41 and 42. Again, those are all winners bracket matches. In the elimination bracket, Caitlin Johnson is taking on Sarah Klassen on 43 and 44. Taylor Russell, as you just mentioned, taking on Haley Stillberg on 49 and 50, and Cameron Peters and Adele Warner.
You know, I might be wrong here, but Sam just threw an anchor down spare ball, so I believe she bowls for Vanderbilt. Nice shot by her.
I tell you what, watched her a little bit during practice. She certainly throws it good. No question about that. You are indeed correct in regards to Vanderbilt. 2015 Dexter All-American. From Chesterfield, Michigan. Cameron Crow taking on Cortez Shank.
Nice break there for Tony.
Someone in the chat said that Tony was heading to Emmanuel.
Do we have an age on Cameron? Did he just get out of the U15 division and bowl the U16 this year, or is he a little bit older feller?
Let's check. Let's see what we might have on that. It'll be tough to find out. No, don't have any ages on what we have. I can tell you that his favorite bowler is Tommy Jones.
It's not a bad bowler to idolize.
All right, McQuarrie, first strike.
He's got a little different approach to playing these lanes right now. Last couple of girls that were on the pair, around 11-12, just kind of threw it out to 7-8, kept it real tight, just pointing it off the right side. Sam, I think, is a little further left than what the other two girls were doing earlier, too.
Wow.
Oh, bad break. Great shot.
What a shot. Despise 8 pins. Addie Herzberg over to our right. Good shot. Very nice bowling family, the Herzberg family in Wichita.
You think the Stone 8 is the worst break in bowling?
Boy, for me, yes it is. Because I just hate it. Plain and simple. But is it? Yeah, something about 8 pins that just...
It's unfortunate.
It's like a knife to the heart, man.
Yeah.
And, 9 pins for lefties,
Yeah.
of course. There's some dangerous lefties for righties, though. Like, not the high flush 9 pin, but the 9 pin that sounds like an 8 pin. And you just watch the ball just go right by it.
Yeah. Terrible. It's the worst. Great shot right there.
Again, it looks pretty comfortable. Should be a good match here. Let's see what Cameron Crow's looking like. So at this point, Wesley, take us through your thought process on what the lanes are doing in this elimination setting now at this point in the event.
Like I said earlier, it depends on what the guys before you had done to the pair. And for 27-28, we saw that you had the lefty engage. Nice break. I'm drawing a blank on the right-hander. They played, it was O'Shaughnessy. And we watched him play round 9 through the arrows. And, they had 2 different approaches on it. And it was tough for O'Shaughnessy for sure. They were flatter. They seemed like there was a little more oil. And Cortez, you can see they've broken down a little bit and they've blended it out where his ball is not fighting it as much as Justin's was. And Cameron, you know, he's had a couple that have been airmailed and a couple that have gone face, and you know that could be a result of Gage's urethane ball going down the lane and giving him a mixed bag of reactions. Could be a little bit tighter, could have been a little more hook up front. And with the girls, the two girls played very similar. They were 11, 12, 13 area. No, 7. It was like, yeah, around there. And you know, Sam's a little further left, and maybe she has a little more hook to the right because of that. And Tony is playing a little further right, so I don't think she has too much transition or traffic on her side right now. For the guys down there, I mean, I don't think they've broken down too much. I think there's a little bit of hook in the fronts from the guys who came before you, and that's about all you're going to see right now. 2 games makes a small difference, but it doesn't make a drastic one.
Open frame there for McQuarrie. 7-pin there for Cortez.
See, that one could have been just a result of all the urethane. You know, made it a little tighter. His ball wiggled down the lane. Not good, not bad. Just a
right.
Potential possibility.
And earlier, I should say this afternoon, he was able to take that same ball. At least it looked like the same one, barring any different layouts, etc. But he was able to, I won't say wheel it. He wasn't wheeling the lane, but he was able to cover some boards and still had plenty on the back.
Yeah.
And slightly different, of course, as we just saw on that 7-pin leave. Watched him during practice as well. Left a 5-pin a couple times. So on some good shots.
Could just be the length of the pattern. Maybe it's a little longer. Can't get it coming around the corner the same way either. A lot of different factors that could be playing.
Got an age on Cameron. He is 17.
All right. Probably be looking at college pretty soon here. Jacob Mullen, trip forward on 26. It's a close match there too, through 5. There it is again, went just right behind the head pin, just enough. Don't know if it's urethane, don't know if it's length, but we'll find out when the pattern comes out.
How do you try to combat that? What would you do?
I mean, it would depend if it's the pattern being longer or if they are tighter. But the big thing I would do, if it's right now, like I'm bowling and I can't put any surface on it, I would just try to throw it a little slower, which is hard for me, but I'd throw it a little slower, or I'd get a little more forward with it to try to get it to pick up a little sooner so it doesn't go as far down the lane. I mean, it's just a small change to try to get it to pick up, but that's the key in order to get that route 10 out, or like Cortez had that half 7. Nice little lucky shot for Tony.
All right, spare made for Cameron Crow.
Oh. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10 pickup on 26.
Nice
by Ryan
spare.
Burton.
Nicely done. Looking across the spectrum. Not a lot in regards to strikes. Can't see what's going on both the low end on the men's side, the boys' side, and the high end on the girls' side.
I heard a number count back there. I don't know how true it is, but on the boys' side, the number is 9 lefties to 7 righties. Don't know how true it is. I mean, we've tried to get our counts in as we did this, but that supposedly is the number.
Well, let's see. Michael Martell's left-handed. See, he's taking on. I didn't go through the boys' matches, so as I do that, think about what side of the lane they're on. So Martell is taking on Anthony Nyer.
That's 2 right there.
2 lefties. Nate Stubler is taking on Joseph Grondin. These are winners bracket matches.
Is Nate left-handed?
Nate is left-handed.
Okay, that's 3.
Gabe Selling and Bryce Oliver. He's left-handed.
5, yeah, lefty 2-handed, that's right.
Jacob Mullen and Ryan Burt.
Ryan's 1, so that's 6. Now we're at 6 lefties.
Harry Weigel and Hayden Stippich. Hayden is left-handed.
Okay, 7.
Kendall McFalls and Chad Steven.
Is Chad left-handed?
They're both right-handed.
Okay.
Justin O'Shaughnessy and David Hooper. And, of course, Cortez Shank and Cameron Crow.
Ah, so it's wrong. It's 8 and 8. It's an even field of lefty righties this time. Whoever said it was close, though.
By Shank, who has 1 double here, or 2 doubles, excuse me, but has control of the 1-3. Meanwhile, Cameron with just 1 strike. In our women's match, here is Gaynor, 3 consecutive 9 spares, and now should be looking at a potential 8 spare. Shank for a double.
That one came back from far over the distance. I think he missed it a little right and he knew it. So this year's a 3-person step ladder. Is that true?
Oh, it is. You're right. Forgot about that. Good call. My man.
I don't know. I feel like I thought I heard a change. Didn't know if it was true or not. That's pretty cool, though. 6 of these people are going to be on TV. Brand new format. Or brand new ending, I guess.
Forgot about that nugget. That's an important piece, too.
Tough spare miss right there.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so essentially what will happen is the semi-finalists in the winners bracket, basically. So whoever is the winner of the winners bracket at the final match would be the number 2 seed. They would have the higher pinfall. The number 1 seed, or excuse me, the winner of the winner's bracket would be the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed would then be the loser of the winner's bracket match, and then whoever made it out of the elimination match would be the number 3. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, a little bit. So, I mean, even if anybody has a tough road, you still have a chance of you getting that final loser bracket match.
Yes, essentially, the way I'm looking at U12, for example, the winner of the elimination bracket makes it to television. And then the 2 players left in the final winner's bracket match are automatically there, but they're essentially bowling for seeding. So whoever wins that match is the number one seed.
What seed do you think you would want to be? Now that we're in a different format, it's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 is the only seed that can change.
Yeah, that changes some things.
Do you take the second seed and get the first game on the pair? And
no, I'm going to still take the top seed.
Yeah, take the runner-up no matter what.
It's funny that I mention this all the time on tour because, you know, obviously in anything, any step ladder, top seed typically has, I won't say typically has trouble, but the track record all time is unforgiving for top seeds for whatever reason.
This season wasn't too good. This season, I feel like the first 6 or 7 tournaments, if I remember correctly, it was 0-6.
On the women's side?
Yeah,
it
or
was
pretty close.
The first 4. And then someone
broke it somewhere in between that.
I can't remember who it was at the moment. And then Jordan Richard won. She was the top seed in Harrisburg. She did it. But there was one before that.
That was the first one I remember of, but you're on tour, you see it every weekend, so.
Yeah, there's one that I'm forgetting. I'll think about it. It'll come to me. All right, 226 to 163. Cameron Crow trailing Cortez Shank. And Cortez again having masterful control of the 1-3 right now.
That looks a little right. There's that 5-pin that
There
we
it
saw
is.
earlier. It's so hard to tell. It really is, if it's the carry down from earlier or if it's the pattern length. Because that's tough. It'll be a time match again. It's going to be close on 29-30. But if it's the pattern length or the carry down, it'll be interesting to know.
Open frames. Well, we saw this. Looks very similar to our first match. U20 girls. Open frames down the stretch. It makes the match closer. And both players still, at this point, pretty even. Good shot there for McQuarrie. By the way, thanks to Josie Barnes, Aaron McCarthy was the first person to win as the #1 seed.
All right.
On tour, I knew there was one before Jordan Richard.
Still a tough stat though. 0-4.
It is.
It's hard to want to be the #1 seed, even though it sounds awesome.
It's weird to think that you would actually say, no, I'll turn down the #1 seed.
I think everyone would take the #1 seed regardless. That's a huge double right there.
Tony might have a little room. That one got right. He's got a chance to take an 11-pin advantage into game #2. Shank and Crow going to be done relatively quickly. Not playing around here. Addie Hersberg leads Olivia Farwell after one game.
Really good shot there by Cameron.
Again, 2 pins, or 2 games. 2 games total pinfall. That means that it's late, and I've been here since 6 a.m. 179 and 170, so McQuarrie will have a 9-pin lead.
I think that was a result of an overcompensation on Cortez's part. Leaving a 5-pin, try to get it to hook a little more to get the 3-6-10 out. Or to get it to hook and it leaves a 3-6-10. And Ryan Byrne with another big spare, left the PBA washout.
Well, we got the 222, 160, Mullen and Ryan Byrne.
Nice little reaction by him.
He's not happy.
I think the 5-pin set him off just a little bit.
Query to answer Gainer early. Probably her best shot of the match.
Cameron's got a line now.
As is Cameron's.
He's not out of it. He's got to take it one frame at a time and hope Cortez makes some misses.
Tony from Atlanta. Good for the ATL double.
Oh! Late 8.
That's the A right there. I'm telling you.
Nice shot by Sam right there. Keeping it close again. Just like the last match.
Yeah, this one's going to go down to the 10th frame. Cameron Crow went strike spare, double. Now 9 spare. Shank looking for a double.
He didn't like it. Oh. Good old 4-9. Didn't like it. Still put it in the pocket. 4-9.
I think he's going to make this.
I like his chances. Oh, that looks a little in.
She's been the furthest left that we've seen any U20 girls so far.
Nice. Nice call. Good call on that one.
And I'm going to tell you why I said it, because I've seen him do it. He did it at, I believe, at the amateur championships at team trials.
Okay. So he's got a good track record
Yeah,
of picking up.
I'm pretty sure he made one there.
Live stream record, 2 for 2.
Very early on, too, I forgot to tell you that Haley Cummings said she was such a big fan of yours. So, just wanted to.
Hi, Haley. I'm glad.
Couldn't believe that you were on. All right, so what Cortez did there, obviously, That's what keeps him clean. Doesn't give anything away and still forcing Cameron to make the comeback.
He's got this left lane down. Right lane, he hasn't really put any shots close except for the 5-pin. Looks close. Shot by Cameron right there. Back and forth match on 29. No one wants to run away yet.
Not really. They're keeping it close for one another.
Leads for entertaining bowling for everyone in the back.
Indeed, and that's what our first match looked like. Oh wow! Olivia Farwell gave the Greek Church a ride.
A little left. Oh, unforced error right there. Starting to run out of time now.
Yeah, running out of frames. After that, it's an untimely miscue. Jacob Mullen leaves a 10-pin just to your left over on 25. And now McQuarrie, the double. When Brooklyn made the spare, made the 6-pin. It looks better, didn't like it. And a 10-pin.
Good double by Cortez. It's closing in. Be able to bowl tomorrow morning.
Cody? If it's not up, I'll double check that for you, but I imagine if it's not up now, they would certainly be at some point tonight.
Great shot by Cameron. Put him in the hole every single shot. If you gave Cameron a couple more games, I think he would start running them over. Just think the fresh just didn't help him very much, and he was still trying to feel it out. But he's got a pretty good look going right now.
Deadwood clear. Not sure why that is as funny as it is. He got a little smile.
The kid's smiling, that's awesome. Would you rather see a ball being thrown down the lane or a porter go down the lane to get the ball, get
Wow,
the pin?
what a question.
If you were a bowler and you wanted to get the deadwood out, what would be better?
I would ask them. Go ahead and let the porter get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's just taking forever. Right, Ryan Burton's trying to stay alive over on 25 and 26.
Oh, great cover over there by Olivia. 2 4-10.
She almost made the Greek church earlier.
That's right. She left the 4-pin. Trying to stay alive in that match.
Sometimes you just get tired of reading certain things in the chat room. You just got to hit the button. I was tired of that. Sorry, bud. I apologize. I do. But I'm good today.
Social media can be a pest sometimes. Great game by Cortez right there. Great set, actually. 476 for 2. I'd put money that that's probably one of the higher sets that's going to be thrown tonight and probably during the rest of match play.
If you're Cortez, I mean, obviously looking ahead, it's completely different tomorrow morning. But, I mean, he looks like he's got a solid game plan, especially on the fresh, if it's the same tomorrow.
Yes.
We don't know, of course.
Obviously, when they strip in rear oil, it's going to be a little different. Could be a little tighter. I think if you're Cortez right now, you go home, you get a nice dinner, you're relaxed, and be happy that you're bowling and you're still alive for another round. Maybe try to draw up a game plan, what you'd like to do, and ooh, nice shot right there. I'm telling you, he's got the pocket on lock. But you just draw up a game plan and hope one of them work tomorrow.
Very nice tournament from Cameron Crow from Orland Park, Illinois. That's a good old suburb of Chi-Town.
Is that by you?
It's close. It's close to where we would currently reside now, in the suburbs. It's a south suburb, southwest suburb.
So 25 and 26 and 31 and 32, those are still winner matches. All right, so everyone's still alive over there.
Yep, and depending on which match finishes first here, I can give you a little bit of the other matches. And I apologize to the chat room in regards to trolls and such. Sometimes I just try to let folks get their point across. Maybe they'll come around because we need folks to come around sometimes. Maybe they're just uneducated and uninformed, but that situation just didn't seem like that was it. And yep, okay, that's done. Sorry. Addie Herzberg looking to pull away. She's got 4 in a row. Meanwhile, Samantha Gaynor.
Back and forth match right here.
I mean, this is pretty much still a relatively even match. But the way it's going, if they continue to pace the way they are, McQuarrie will still win.
Ryan Byrne with a huge strike, keeping himself alive. Is that a 42 pin deficit that he's trying to cut down?
Tony has gotten a little Brooklyn. Gotten a couple to go, Brooklyn, but has stayed out of trouble. And she's missed early. And if you're just joining us, Junior Gold Championship presents different patterns throughout the week. Each center with a different lane condition. Again, we don't know, but after watching bowling today, I would have to imagine that we've seen 3 different patterns today. And the advancers, final advancers, now into match play. Along with Wesley Lowe, my name is Emil Williams Jr. My man Wes has provided some expert commentary, some analysis today. He said it was his first time doing this, which I still don't believe.
Thank you.
It won't be his last, though, that's for sure.
Oh, tough break for Jake. Wrap 10. This match is getting close. Fortunate break for Tony right there. 2-5.
Eddie Herzberg is going to advance the U20 girls.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Ball is now in Samantha's court.
I mean, this is almost a mirror image of our first match in the U20 girls, where it has been late open frames that have been the difference. Meanwhile, speaking of that first match, Cameron Peters can't see what the deficit is in that match. She's facing Adele Warner, but big shot, first frame of the 10th, game 2. That's got a hook.
Oh boy. Get it right back in the count.
When you have a match like this, when you're involved in a match like this where it's kind of back and forth, kind of no one is taking it, what's the feeling like? I mean, you feel like you've got a chance and then you make a mistake, but then you watch the opponent do the same potentially.
I mean, there's probably a bunch of emotions running through their heads, and same here. Problem is, you know, you gotta find something for yourself. But when you see the break,
there it is, right there.
That's great. When you see the break, you know, it's just a little sense of relief that you're still in the match, and that your opponent didn't just stomp the foot and close the door on you. Wow, Ryan Burton keeping himself in it. But yeah, those are the worst feelings. You're just hoping your opponent misses and makes the mistake. Addie Herzberg is going to move on. She's going to end up shooting 430 for her set over Olivia Farwell. Ooh, Ryan with another big strike right there. Over on 25 and 26, and Sam with the 310 baby split. Currently down 3, going into the 10, or going into this frame now. That's gonna have to hook a little bit.
All right. Now Tony.
Ball's back in her court now to finish this game.
She can win it outright. Came in with a 9-pin lead. Trails this game by 15 and has given the small edge to Gaynor. Meanwhile, Ryan Burton, as Wes mentioned, 6 in a row. Big shot here. Oh, in front of the 7.
3-6-10 over for Jacob. Ryan's got a chance right now. spare here and punches out. Jake will get to 2 or 4. Can't do math right now. I think 429 for 2. With Ryan with a potential 265, which will get him to 645 or 445. I can't do math right now. I'm close. Nice spare over there by Jacob.
Hold on, ball. Ah, there it is.
Fell off the Sean struck. Big shot right there. Count's going to be important. Well, she's not going to lose it, but hopefully it's not a 5-1.
It's going to be enough.
Yep. She'll move on to live another day, bowl another game. Jacob Mullen with the first hit in the 10th.
What is Ryan Burton? What is that 180?
What looks like 180, 265 for a punch. If Jake strikes here, anything less than the first shot, any less than a strike in the first shot, Jake's a winner. Big shot for his young career.
We'll watch Samantha Gaynor, and then we'll take it to Mullen here. That's Tony McCleary.
Big shot right there.
So best he can do, total for what, plus 425 or 425 plus for 2, excuse me.
Yes. So I had my math wrong by 4 pins. My eyes didn't see that right. So anything if count's important here then. Very important.
Great tournament from Samantha Gaynor. She will be eliminated from the event. Well, it's tough to get to this point, certainly, and fall in the bracket, but that is a part of it. But it's an honor to be in the top 16 in junior gold.
Can we call this a Sweet 16 like NCAA
I
basketball?
don't think so.
It's pretty close.
We go from 64 to 16. We skip right over that 32.
That's huge. He knew it too. He knows
Okay.
it.
Okay, Jake.
He knows it. First hit here for Ryan. He's a winner. That was a big 3 right there in the 10th.
That right there was the definition of match play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the intensity, all that work, you know it.
That was a solid game, too. I can't see it. And here is Burton, who made it look easy earlier.
He's fired up
Wow.
too. He knew the number. He knew it. Keeps him in the winner's bracket. That was big. Good job to both of them, no matter what.
And that is why. Anytime there's a total pinfall situation in a match play, it's just never over.
Ryan was down 43 or 42, 42 going into that match. Came back. Good stuff right there.
I'll tell you what, you think there's not a U20 title on the line somewhere? You got another thing coming. I would expect that same intensity at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's going to be lit, folks. You want to be here with us on Bull TV.
That's an awesome way to end the night right there. Both bowlers should be proud.
That was a great match.
Yep.
Two great competitors. The other situation that you start to get in and learn about is the other players that you see and don't see sometimes. But I just gained a lot of respect from both of those young players right there for not giving in. Neither one gave an inch. And in a game where Jacob Mullen had one strike, which is in the first frame, prior to the 10th frame when he struck out.
I think we only have a couple of girls matches left and that's done. That would be it.
Yeah, we can't really get down to either of them. And so unfortunately, folks, that'll have to do it for our coverage for today. It's been fun. Samantha Gaynor is eliminated, unfortunately. The updated bracket of what we have now, and it will be completely updated, of course, right after this is over. We'll go ahead and add in Ryan Burton.
Cortez
Shank moving on in the elimination bracket.
Tony McQuarrie for the girls. I don't know what we got for the guys.
Indeed, Tony McQuarrie. And there's a lot to decide and a lot that we don't know.
I wish we could see all the lanes, or we have a runner.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that maybe in the morning. Maybe we get some lane viewers up or something. Let's see what we can do about that. Well, folks, appreciate it. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Central Time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern on Bull TV. I want to thank all involved today, the USA Bowl tournament staff, of course the IBC Youth tournament staff, everyone for their live stream efforts today. Aaron Smith, U15 Inform, Matt Canizaro, and Jason Couch, by the way, of Ebonite International. U12 boys and girls, Ronnie Russell joined Aaron Smith at Forum today for U15, and Jason Thomas, part of AMF Richardson. He had the U20 girls advancers and final advancers round. I want to thank Wesley Lowe. Great job today, sir.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
It was fantastic, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and watching our TV finalists and who they will be. So it will be bright and early. So because of that, we're going to go and get some much-needed rest.
Yes, sir. Can't wait for bed.
So we will talk to you tomorrow morning. For Wesley Lowe, my name is Emil Williams Jr. See you in the morning.
Bye,
It's
guys.
been a presentation of the Junior Gold Championships presented by the brands of Ebonite International.